Here is Om Matbokai. In a world small but brutal, every drop of nectar means life, and every intruder a nightmare. As dawn breaks, the forest stirs to life. Dewdrops shimmer on flower petals, and the first rays of sunlight pierce through the treetops. High above, a frantic buzzing echoes through the air. A lone honeybee zooms across the frame, one wing slightly torn. A shrill, menacing screech follows, the cry of a hornet locked onto its target. The camera shakes, dropping to the forest floor before cutting to the hive. Inside, hundreds of honeybees brace themselves for battle, jaws clenched, wings trembling with tension. This is the story of the honeybee war. In a world small but brutal, every drop of nectar means life, and every intruder a nightmare. The story begins with a close-up of the torn wing of a honeybee. As he struggles to fly, a giant wasp closes in on him, ready to end his life. The honeybee's only hope is to get back to the hive and alert the others. As the sun rises over the endless fields of lavender, sunflowers, and wild blossoms, a squad of worker bees leave the hive ready to forage for nectar and pollen. Leading the squad is Ari, a veteran forager with over 50 successful trips under his belt. He knows the best spots to collect nectar and how to avoid predators. His co-worker Leah is on her first mission. She's young and inexperienced, but eager to prove herself. As they soar through the sky, the camera captures the vastness of the landscape, emphasizing the bees' tiny size in comparison. The soundtrack is soft and serene, reflecting the beauty of the day and the importance of their daily work. But underneath it all, there's an undertone of urgency, a reminder of the danger that lurks around every corner. Suddenly, Leah hesitates, nearly falling off the pedal. Ari swoops in, catching her midair. Remember, he says every trip counts for the whole colony? With a gentle nudge, he guides her back to the flower, ensuring she doesn't fall. And so the work continues. One by one, the bees dive into the flowers, drawing out the golden nectar. They collect as much as they can, knowing that it will sustain the colony for another day. The scene is peaceful, almost meditative, highlighting the rhythm of life in the hive. But the tranquility is deceptive, masking the constant struggle for survival that these tiny creatures face. For in this world, a single drop of nectar isn't just life, it's a reason for war. As the sun climbs higher in the sky, the bees prepare to return home. But trouble is brewing. This time, the foragers aren't the only ones returning to the hive. A hornet scout lurks in the branches, its amber eyes glinting with menace. It's bigger and more aggressive than your typical wasp, and it's on the hunt. Back at the hive, the workers seal off several entrances, leaving only narrow gaps for the bees to pass through. This creates a funnel-like entrance, making it easier to defend against intruders. Meanwhile, soldier bees form a defensive line at the hive's mouth, their wing vibrations sending an alarm across the colony. Each bee is assigned a role, and right now, it's time to protect the hive. Suddenly, the scout hornet spots a young bee named Leah, separated from the group. It dives towards her, intent on making her its next victim. But before it can strike, Leah darts through the gap in the hive. Safety. Inside, she bumps into the queen. If you're enjoying the video so far, please consider supporting us. Your support helps us create more videos like this one. Back at the entrance, the soldiers hold their ground, but the scout hornet is relentless. It swerves and dodges, trying to find a way in. Just when it seems like the hornets may break through, Leah steps forward. Despite her fear, she remembers Ari's words. We never fight alone. Trust the colony. Taking a deep breath, she joins the ranks of the defenders. Meanwhile, inside the hive, the queen prepares to take action. Although she doesn't fight, her presence alone can calm the most frenzied bees. She releases special pheromones that spread through the hive, soothing the soldiers and guiding their actions. Leah, still a bit shaken, whispers to herself, "Will we be okay?" Suddenly, the queen approaches her. The reassuring touch, she lets out a low hum, letting Leah know that everything will be fine. At that moment, Leah feels a surge of courage. She realizes that she's not just fighting for herself, but for the entire colony. She's part of something bigger than herself, and together, they are strong. Outside, the battle rages. Dozens of hornets have arrived, each one nearly twice the size of a honeybee. They slice through the air with terrifying speed, their stingers bared. But the honeybees are ready for them. As the hornets approach the hive, the bees swarm, attacking one hornet at a time. They form a tight ball around their target. They're vibrating their wings to raise the temperature to a scorching 117 degrees Fahrenheit, 47 degrees Celsius. The heat is so intense that it suffocates the hornet, burning its wings and legs. Once the hornet is dead, the bees release the heat ball, allowing another member to take its place. This strategy is not about brute force, but about collective power. It's about using their numbers and stamina to overwhelm their attackers. But the hornets are proving to be tough opponents. A few break through the line, and Laia finds herself facing one head-on. Her heart races, her wings beat faster. She remembers Ari's advice, aim for their wing joints. Taking a deep breath, she dives, stinging the hornet sharply. The hornet falters, crashing to the ground as other bees swarm it, ensuring its demise. All around, the sounds of battle intensify, creating a frantic buzzing that echoes through the forest. Every bee is fighting for their life, for the life of their colony. The air is thick with tension as bees lock onto hornets, both determined to win the fight. The scene is a blur of wings and stingers, a desperate struggle for survival. Finally, after what seems like an eternity, the hornets retreat. They leave behind their dead and the fallen honeybee defenders. The battle is over, but the cost has been high. Standing amidst her comrades, Leah looks at the losses, her expression a mix of sadness and determination. She's won her first battle, but she knows that the war is far from over. As the sun begins its descent, casting long shadows across the landscape, Ari lands beside Laia. "We lost some today," he says, his voice heavy with sorrow, "but the hive lives." He looks at Laia, seeing the toll the battle has taken on her. "And you fought like a true warrior." And so the day ends, as it began with the bees returning to the hive. They resume foraging, carrying on the essential work of collecting nectar and pollen. Life goes on in the face of adversity, a testament to the resilience of these tiny creatures. As the golden sunset light fills the screen, the camera slowly pulls away from the hive. In the distance, a lone bee can be seen returning with pollen on its legs, a symbol of life and continuity. The soundtrack swells, underscoring the beauty and fragility of the natural world. And in the end, a single thought resonates. In the world of bees, life is built on drops of nectar and protected by sacrifice. And every small soul carries the spirit of the entire colony. That was the end of Ong MTBPP. Please share your thoughts on the film in the comments section below. We also have many other great videos for you to explore, so stay tuned and keep watching. Till then, thank you very much for watching, and see you soon.